Hey y'all, okay, so disregard this look. But this is my promise to myself, showing up when I can at every nook and cranny of opportunity that I have to record these videos. I definitely feel like the Lord has given me this wisdom to pass into my team or to give myself a reminder when I need it to. So excuse the mess. My kids were swimming today and I pray that they stay outside. So I'm literally hiding in my bathroom because this is how we make this work, right? We find an opportunity and we take it. Okay, so this training I am titling How to Build Community and Stop Selling Your Products and Business to People. Okay, simple as that. You're probably thinking, wait, what? I thought that's what we were doing, social selling. It is, but we're going to overcome the obstacle of convincing and turn it into confidence, because a lot of you guys, that's all you're lacking is the confidence. You're so wound up and got this fear of failure that you end up coming off as convincing. And that can be a really unhealthy place to be in, and it can be a really unhealthy practice. And it's something that before I felt super confident in some of the areas of this business model, I did that. And it didn't really work out in my best interest. So I want to talk to you about a few things on what we can do. And I've got my notes here to keep me, because I'm also trying to listen. So that way I can hopefully get through this. Okay, so I've said it over and over, and you've probably seen in the other videos that I've been recording, or maybe if you're on my team, you've heard me say it. To be a servant, to offer service, to have a service, and not a sale or a sales pitch, because that is probably one of the worst things that we can do in this business, especially in this time, because no longer does that work. And I can tell you a story real quick. So I used to be one of those people who hid from the Tupperware lady, literally hid. And it was because I knew she was coming after me, because she wanted me to plan a party, and she wanted me to buy Tupperware, and she wanted me to sell it to my friends. Nothing felt more gross, and nothing felt more of an obligation. I want to know part of that. I would literally listen to my doorbell ring and not answer it, because she lived across the street from me, and she would come up over to the house with her little day planner. Ding, 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 ding dong. Today. And I knew what she wanted. One thing. It's the only time she wanted to chat with me. If she saw me in the grocery store, that's the only thing she ever asked me. So when I started within this company and I started sharing the products, and then it started building upon with that. Okay, all right, go talk to Brookie. Give me 5 minutes. I realized that I wanted to do the polar opposite of that. I did not want to show up in my friend's inbox. I don't want to show up on social media and people think that that's my only agenda. Because how yucky. Scroll, don't open the message, don't let her see that you're there. If the only thing that I'm coming to my friends with or my family with, or every time I'm around them, that's all I talk about is Plexus. My products. One, it's exhausting. 2, who wants to live that way? These products are amazing. The company is off the chain. And I do eat, sleep, and breathe it. Honestly, I do. But not everybody else does. And during my business hours, I'm able to channel all of that with you guys, with my friends. I don't need to cover my family with it or my friends. That is a turn off. That is like a first date gone wrong multiple times, okay? So how do you have confidence and not be convincing, okay? So here's a few things that you want to ask yourself in your day-to-day. Are you just showing up in your friend's inbox to offer them a sale, a promotion, one last chance, codes ending, Plexus, girl, we talked about this, circling back for that? Is that the only thing that you're in her inbox with? that's self-serving. You know, maybe she did make that post and she needs energy and she's sucking down monsters and it could actually benefit her. But guess what? She doesn't understand or know that. All she sees is that you want to sell her something and you're not adding any value to your friendship with her. Okay? The other thing is, are you constantly asking for the words? What would you say? How would you respond? What script should I use? Then you don't have the confidence in your business to be answering questions. And that's just the really hard truth to hear. And that was me. I've done lots of courses and lots of classes, and while they've done amazing things for giving me knowledge on how to answer questions, it's not the Bible. Their suggestions, their guidance, their training. But I'm not going to sit and memorize how somebody else does their business, because that's not my genuine self. That's not who I am. I mean, I would love the success of some of these incredible women, but I got to go earn it myself. It is an amazing thing in this business to work smarter and not harder. But it is one of the most ingenuine, dishonest, and honestly, the yuckiest, I guess is the word I'm looking for. There's a lot of hard truth in this video. The yuckiest tactic ever is to want to have somebody else's words. Nobody can build this business for you other than you, right? No one can build my business other than me. If I'm not happy where I'm at, I'm going after it myself, right? And I hope that my going after it encourages you to go after it, and then your go after it encourages somebody else. But it's got to be from you. Nobody wants you to be me. I certainly don't want you to. Gosh, I'm flawed and failed. Don't be me. Please don't be me. So are you needing a script because you're trying to convince somebody because it worked for somebody else? You don't believe in your own words. So check that. Check how often you're needing guidance. If it's with every single situation, or 80% or 75%, and you're only using 25% of your own knowledge, you're never going to retain it because you're not practicing it. Even if it doesn't work out, keep practicing it. You'll figure it out. I had to figure it out. All the other people above me had to figure it out. All the people below me are going to have to figure it out, right? So have guidance, but still be you, okay? Your words. Also, having a script can come from a place of self-service. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. Just keep that in mind. And then popping up in people's inbox only for one thing, ultimately. If it has anything to do with Plexus, that's the only reason you're popping it. I don't care if you've asked how they're doing and you're telling them that you love their blouse and how's your baby, I'm so glad you're home from the hospital. If there's not like lots of conversation and Plexus is just woven into that, girlfriend, that is self-seeking. And let me ask you this. Maybe you're like, well, I don't know her that well. Well, she's not really my friend. I don't really know that I want to know her that well. Okay, so then you just want her money, right? You just want her on your team. You just want her to buy the products. The answer is yes. Let me ask you this. Why in the world are you investing time, energy in somebody that you wouldn't potentially want to work with? Because every single person that you get started is a potential person that's going to be on your team for a long time. And if you don't absolutely 100% genuinely want to get to know them better and want to have a relationship in some order with them, keep scrolling, friend. Because I can tell you, I was that person. I didn't want anything to do with it. And luckily, I have amazing friendships with all the ladies above me that invested in me. But that may not work out every single time. We've seen it happen as well, you know? And I'm not saying that it's gonna be, you should look at the, be like, ooh, each time, but really look at it. Like, don't let that be an excuse that you don't really know them that well, or you don't really want to know them, or they're not somebody that's gonna fit into your tribe. Be picky, good grief, it's okay. If Plexus is meant for them, they'll find it somewhere else and in their right way, right? So if God closes that door, quit beating it down. Because it may be he's protecting you for a reason, or maybe he's protecting you for a season. Okay? Soak that in and go to the next person. This market will never be saturated. There's so many millions of people in our area, in this planet. I mean, come on, y'all. Keep growing. Social media is worldwide situation, okay? There's no way that you've met your limit, all right? This is a limitless business. All right, eventually, you will come into contact with people that you adore, that you mesh with, that you connect with. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect up front. Maybe you just have a few things in common. Maybe that girl's not somebody you're gonna have over for dinner, but she's somebody that you can talk to throughout the day, or you could talk to a couple times a week. But I'm telling you, you gotta be in her inbox with other things. How's your dog? How's the vet? What did they say? Oh girl, I'm gonna be praying for you about that. That's crazy. Well, you know, we had this dog one time. Tell her stories. Give her a glimpse into your life. And then glimpse into her life. Figure out who she is, what makes her tick. Be her friend, okay? Bring your A game to it. Just be a natural talker. Learn to love to talk to people. This is a social business, and if you don't like people, this may not be the business for you. And that is, again, the cold hard truth of it. If you don't like spending time talking to people, or you get frustrated real easily with people, then you need to spend some time in prayer and figure out if this is your purpose, then ask God to correct your character and your attitude. Because if this is where you think you need to be, have God mold you into the person you need to be for this. Or be smart enough and wise enough to listen if God says no. If you're absolutely not willing to be a people person, this probably isn't going to go very far for you. All right, so in building communication and investing in others, that is going to be the key to building your confidence. We have so much more confidence when we know somebody personally. It's easier to talk to them. It's more genuine. Where else are we gonna have confidence? Well, check your social media. I'm gonna give you some tips on this, and I'm gonna do a whole video on being authentic in social media eventually. I'm still taking notes there because I'm still learning it. But the way that you need to not be convincing and be confident on your Facebook is it's a good idea to go through your Facebook and go through it with clear, open eyes and ask yourself, would I want to be friends with me? What value am I bringing to the table? When somebody looks at my Facebook, what are the things that they pick up on? What am I providing my friends with? Am I meeting all the needs of the different colors of characters? Am I meeting the yellows and the reds and the blues and the greens? Don't know what those are? Go look them up. It'll help you with your post. If you're meeting the needs of several of those in one post, attraction marketing, people are going to be attracted to it if you're speaking their language, if you're meshing and vibing with their color, right? If you've got all facts on there, well, you're only attracting those people, and that market's small. If you've got all the product information on there, well, you're probably just, they're gonna go, that's the Plexus lady, scroll, no value in that. Nobody wants to see nothing but Plexus. Here's the hard one. If it's just your family, nobody wants to join your family. They got their own. Nobody wants to join my family. Trust me. It's a hot mess. Check what you're offering to people. Are you adding value? Are you being entertaining? That's what it's all about. Are you share quotes and do a picture? Make somebody stop and read it. That's what they want to do. I'm not saying, please don't think that I'm saying don't post about your family. Definitely post your family. People want to see your kids. They want to see you in your real life, but make sure it's your real life. People don't want to see some artificial perfect thing. Trust me, I scroll past all that on Instagram. Blah, nobody likes that. That was so yesterday. But people want you to see, they want to see the craziness. They want to see the mess. They want to know you're relatable. Maybe you've got it all figured out. Great. Show us how. Teach us. People show up for that kind of stuff too. Okay? But whatever it is, you need to hone in on the things that you love. Do you love to homeschool? Do you love your freedom of being a stay-at-home mom? Do you love your job? Do you love going to work every day and being able to do this? Do you love your dog? Do you love making your own dog food, your own baby food? What do you like? Gosh, there's so many things that you could be, that that you could be the, oh my gosh, the expert in. I'm thinking perfect, and that's not it. There's so many things that you could be the expert in. Recently I've seen tips on like how to keep vegetables fresh. I've seen tips on ways to keep your car clean. I shared something today about how to make breakfast go a little bit faster. Guys, be entertaining and offer value, okay? That is where it's at. People want to see that. They also want to read things that encourage them. They want to read things that make them laugh. People come to Facebook to feel that different vibe, right? To be excited, encouraged, and entertained. Make sure you're offering some of that. That is where you're going to build your confidence, is in, one, your character. When you have a good character and you have a strong character and you're channeling all of that, your confidence is going to come from that, okay? And it's going to keep you from being in a place excuse me, I should have brought water in here, from being in a place of feeling like you've got to convince somebody to do something. It's going to prevent that that yucky sales feeling. Okay, so these were quick tips. We'll go into some different things later on, but guys, show up. Be confident in what you've got. Be confident in yourself. Build that belief on those pillars that we talked about several videos before. You got to have confidence in yourself. You got to have confidence in the product that you're offering. You got to have confidence in the company, and then you got to have confidence in the business model. Okay, when you master those things in a confidence way, and you're confident in those ways, you're not going to have to try to convince somebody. It's going to come natural to you. So have a great day. Be confident.